Hi friends, it's Miss V, and this week again we're learning about transportation. So I am reading The Big Balloon Race, and this is about balloons. Balloons, balloons, it was the day of the big balloon race. Ariel got up early and hurried to her mother's room. Please, she asked, can I go up in the balloon with you? Carolina the Great was putting on her blue dress. With the fancy gold braid, you are too young, she said, and winning a race is hard work. But I can help, said Ariel. Carolina smiled. You can help by riding in the buggy with your father to the finish line. Oh, thumbs, said Ariel. Sadly, she went outside. Balloon Farm was a strange farm. In the yard, half filled with balloons, sat like giant mushrooms. People came from all over to buy balloons, made by Mr. Myers. Ariel watched her father fold Carlotta's balloon, Lucky Star. I wish I could be an aeronaut. Like Mama, she said. When you are older, said Mr. Myers. Now it is time to go. Carlotta, Ariel, and Mr. Myers climbed into the buggy. Lucky Star followed in a wagon. There was a great whoop-de-doo at the fairgrounds. Thousands of people were there to see the balloon race. It was a big event in 1882. Oompa, 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 played the band. 2 balloons were already in the air. They were tied to the ground by long ropes. Acrobats swung from the basket to the other. Lucky Star and its net were spread out on the ground. Psst. Lighter than air, hydrogen gas hissed into the balloons. It slowly grew until it was taller than the house on Balloon Farm. 12 strong men held Lucky Star down. Nearby, another balloon grew fat and tall. It was Flying Cloud, a ball of bright colors. Its captain, Bernard the Brave, was the best gentleman aeronaut in America. Carlotta the Great was the best lady aeronaut. It would be a close race. I bet you will win, Ariel told her mother. Carlotta gave her a kiss. You can sit in the basket until it is time to go. Ariel got inside the basket and talked to Harry the pigeon. Harry went on every flight. Sometimes he took a message from the Carlotta to the balloon farm. The mayor began the long speech, and he talked on and on. So Ariel climbed inside and the odds and ends box. It was quieter there, and cozy and warm. Soon she was fast asleep. Ariel did not hear the mayor's last words. There is a south wind, he said, so the finish line will be on the other side of Devil's Punch Bowl Lake. Ariel did not even hear the drums. Trum. The aeronauts stepped into their baskets. The crowd cheered. Mr. Myers waved to Carlotta. Good luck. She waved her knobby sailor hat. Heads off, Carlotta ordered. The men let go of the ropes. With a jolt, Lucky Star took off. Ariel woke up. What happened? She asked. Carlotta stared. Ariel, what have you done? She cried. We are afloat. Aloft, I'm sorry. Ariel looked over the side. Sure enough, they were off the ground. Below, someone yelled, Stop! There is a stowaway in that basket. Mr. Myers waved his arms and shouted something. Ariel waved back. Oh, she cried. It's like being a bird. She watched the crowd set out for the finish line. Some were in buggies, some were in wagons, and others were fast on horses. A crosswind tugged at the balloon. Whoosh! Lucky Star swooped away over a farm. Dogs barked and ran around in circles. Pigs squealed, chickens squawked, and a horse reared and galloped away. Scrunch! Lucky Star's basket scraped the treetops. "Can we go higher?" asked Ariel. "The balloon and ballast are only for one passenger," said Carlotta. "You are extra weight." She dropped one bag of sand over the side. Up went Lucky Star. The farm got smaller and smaller. It looked like a toy. Then it was gone. "Dear me," said Carlotta. "An updraft is sucking us into the rain cloud." She pulled on the blue valve rope to let out some gas. Lucky Star did not fall. Ariel stared up into the netting that looked like a spider web. "Why don't you pull the red rope, too?" she asked. "That is the ripcord," said her mother. "It lets the gas all the way out at once." Carlotta tied her snugly under her chin. "Sit down," she ordered, "and hang on." Ariel hugged her mother's sturdy legs in their fancy blue gaiters. Lucky Star was in the middle of a misty, wet, bumpy cloud. The basket went back and forth, up and down, and then around and round. "I feel sick," Ariel said. "A good aeronaut keeps calm," said Carlotta. "The balloon will cool, and we will go down." She was right. In a few minutes Lucky Star was sailing away from the cloud. Carlotta checked everything. "Ropes and toggles are in fine trim," she said. She read the altimeter that hung around her neck. "We are about 2,000 feet up." She studied the map and compass. "We are heading south." "Look," said Ariel. "The lake is straight ahead." Just then they saw the flying cloud. "He is beating us," said Ariel. "He will win the gold medal." Carlotta shook her head. "I have a few tricks yet," she said. "Perhaps we can find a faster stream of air below us." She valved out the gas. Down, down, down went Lucky Star. It was sinking too fast and toward the town. Carlotta passed handfuls of sand over the side. Lucky Star moved up and skimmed the rooftops. People stopped whatever they were doing and stared at the balloon. Suddenly, wind stung Ariel's cheeks. "Hi-ho!" cried Carlotta. "We found the main airstream." It was Ariel who first saw a spiky church steeple coming toward them. "Look out!" she yelled. She closed her eyes and hung on. Carlotta threw out more sand. Just in time, Lucky Star soared over the steeple. Now Flying Cloud was right behind. "If we don't hit another updraft," said Carlotta, "we might win." Soon they were sweeping over the lake. "There is only a little sand left," said Carlotta. "Let's hope the wind blows us right across." The air was cold. Lucky Star's gas cooled, and they went down. Carlotta tossed out the last few handfuls of sand, but it was not enough. "Oh," thumps, cried Ariel. "We'll crash into the lake." "Let's keep our wits about us," said Carlotta, "and make the basket higher." Ariel helped throw out a raincoat, a rubber boots, the odds and ends box, and the anchor. Everything went over the side, except Harry in his cage. Lucky Star wobbled and took a giant step. "Lean on this side," said Carlotta. The basket creaked and tilted towards the shore. Lucky Star was almost there when splash! The basket plunked into the water, but it didn't sink. The balloon kept afloat. "We lost the race," Ariel cried, "and it was all my fault. I am extra weight." Ariel knew what she had to do. She held her nose and jumped into the lake. The water was only up to her waist. "Good gracious," said her mother. "That was brave, but it will not help. Even without you, the basket is too wet and heavy to go up again." Just then, Flying Cloud, began to come down. Our last chance, cried Carlotta. She threw the guide rope to Ariel. Pull us ashore. Hurry. Ariel grabbed the rope and waded onto the beach. Lucky Star was easy to pull with a balloon holding it up. Splendid, cried Carlotta. She jumped out and dragged the basket to the higher ground. A minute later, Flying Cloud landed. We won, shouted Ariel and Carlotta. They were laughing and hugging and crying all at the same time. Bernard the Brave anchored his balloon to a tree. Then he came over and shook Carlotta's hand. Congratulations, he said. I see that Lucky Star has a crew. He wrapped Ariel in a blanket. Thank you, sir, said Ariel, and Bernard smiled. Why, it is my pleasure. Carlotta sent Harry home with a victory message to the balloon farm. Soon the crowd arrived. Mr. Myers rode up in the buggy, and Carlotta told him how Ariel had helped with the race. Ariel, he said, I'm proud of you. The mayor gave Ariel the gold medal. Carlotta hugged Ariel. I'm proud of you too, she said. Perhaps you are old enough to fly. Ariel smiled happily. She was sure of it. So this was the big balloon race, and Carlotta and her mom won the race. And this was another book about transportation. Bye, friends. I miss you.